there! Welcome back to the classroom. Let's put a little vacay in your day. Today's vacay Q&A comes from Sandra in Birmingham. Sandra says, "Hi, Miss Kears." Hi, Sandra. "I'm dealing with one of the hidden stereotypes that you cover in the critical consideration segment. Well, maybe not so hidden, but it's not something others recognize as a stereotype. I'm very thin and always have been. I'm not anorexic. I don't diet. I don't use drugs. I'm just thin. It's unacceptable to stereotype people who are overweight, but most people don't think twice when commenting about my size. Why is skinny supposed to be a compliment but fat is an insult? What can I do to not feel so judged by others?" Oh, Sandra, good point, and I absolutely agree. What we have to remember here first and foremost is to recognize the insecurity in others, because most of the time what we notice in other people is what we're insecure about in ourselves. So chances are if they're commenting about your size, they're insecure about their own size. So first of all, try to recognize that insecurity and understand that that's probably where that comment is coming from. From there, let's correct and not criticize. So you made a really good point here in your letter that it's okay to call somebody skinny, but it's not okay to call somebody fat. That's a double-edged sword. So we can't be hypocritical like that. If it's unacceptable to comment about someone's weight, it's unacceptable to comment about someone's weight. And I think if you point it out to them, just like you pointed it out here, that's a really good way, a really good segue into having that conversation. So again, if you'll just lay it out the way you have so well in this letter, then I think you'll really get the attention of others by saying, it's just not okay to comment on someone's size. It's ugly either way. Last but not least, try to connect to the compliment in that comment, because chances are whoever it is trying somehow to pay you a compliment, to say they wish they had what you have. And so, granted, it may be insulting and you may take offense and you may have to correct them and explain to them that you're thin, but you're not necessarily skinny. Skinny is an ugly word, just like fat. So you may have to explain it to them, and you may have to dig to find the compliment, but there's probably a compliment at the bottom of that comment somewhere. So try to connect to the compliment and realize that to someone who is overweight, being underweight seems like a fantasy come true. So again, first of all, recognize the insecurity in others. Chances are they're commenting on your size because they're uncomfortable with theirs. And from there, try to correct them without criticizing them. So just try to explain to them that skinny and fat are two sides of the same coin. They're both ugly terms. So there's no need to point out your weight, just like you wouldn't point out the weight of someone who was overweight. And from there, try to connect to that compliment that's probably buried deep in there somewhere. So Sandra, although you may have to address these comments one by one, eventually the people in your life will come to understand that it's just not okay to comment on someone's weight, whether they're overweight or underweight. Okay, Sandra, so I hope this helps. Remember, leave me a comment in the box below and let me know how it goes. And if you have any further questions, just leave them there, and I'll either get back to you in the comments or we'll come back with another video. Okay, see you next time.